Good morning, everybody. This is another installment of the Drive-By Chaplain on this Friday morning. Thank God it's Friday. You know, we say that, but when you really think about it, every day is a gift from God. So, I mean, even if it was Monday, thank God it's Monday. Thank God it's Tuesday. I mean, we get another day to serve Him. And how important is that? You know, I used to have a friend whose name was Werner, and for those of you that are from my hometown in Florida, you know who Werner was. Werner was one of those men who, some might say he was so heavenly minded, he wasn't any earthly good. I don't know about that, but I can tell you this. Werner was somebody who held me to account, and he always did so in love. And man, I respected that guy. And sometimes I would be complaining about something in my life and just really struggling with whatever it was. And he'd look me square in the eye on Tuesday night when we'd have prayer meeting. And a lot of times it'd just be the two of us that would show up. Sometimes another gentleman would join us too, who also I loved to death. But Werner would look me in the eyes and say, "Richard, in the scheme of eternity, what does that matter?" And I have said that, I've heard his voice, I've said that to myself, I've said it to others many times through the years. Sometimes we get so focused on things that are temporary that in the end, it's all gonna burn. When God remakes this earth, some of the things that we focus on is not going to be here any longer. You know, sometimes we have to have certain things exactly to our liking or exactly to our taste. And if we don't get our way about something, we get angry. There's so many things going on in our country right now that I could say this very thing about. In the scheme of eternity, what does that matter? You know, you look at the life of Stephen. Stephen in the scripture is known as the first martyr. And Stephen, right up until the very last, when they were stoning him, you know what he focused on? He focused on that which really mattered in the scheme of eternity, the gospel. You know, he was focused on God. He was focused on bringing Him glory. And he wasn't focused on what he'd had for breakfast that morning. He wasn't focused on what bill he had to pay or, you know, what the catch of the day was going to be on the Sea of Galilee. Stephen was focused on glorifying God. And in the scheme of eternity, that's what matters. So sometimes we get so wrapped up, even, you know, I get wrapped up too in politics. I get wrapped up in pandemic stuff and do I wear a mask? Do I not wear a mask? Do I put this type of paint on or do I put this type of paint on? Do I mow the lawn this length or this length? I mean, there's so many things that would serve to distract us from what really matters. And that's bringing God glory. So I want to encourage you with that today. When you find yourself just up in arms about something, when you find yourself complaining, when you find yourself unhappy, when you find yourself struggling, ask the question, in the scheme of eternity, what does this matter? And with that, I leave you and hope you have a blessed day.